Hi everyone, my name is Milie Fang. I am going to do a quick tutorial on how to use Zotero. It is an amazing reference manager. There are other reference managers such as EndNote, Mendeley, etc., but I really love Zotero, so I'm going to tell you how to use it. Disclosures, I am not being paid, by Zotero for this talk. I'm just a really happy user and want to share with you, hopefully something that can help you when you are reading all your references and taking notes and writing amazing papers. So the goals and what I hope you will take away from this is how to just add references to Zotero, how do you make annotations to articles in Zotero, and how do you create a bibliography with Zotero using Google Docs. You can also use it with Word or LibreOffice, but I think since Google Docs is free, that seemed like the lowest hanging fruit versus Microsoft. You might have to like update it and yada yada. So we'll go over that. Before we continue, make sure you have downloaded Zotero and created an account with them. This is the website, which I will show you right now. Okay, so let me just exit out of my PowerPoint. This is what the page, you just type in zotero.org, where you can hit download based on your, if you're a Mac, Windows, or Linux user. And once you download that, please make an account because that's how you are going to sync the references with your Google account. How to do that as well, you'll have to download an extension, and here is the URL to finding that, how to add the extension, etc. You can also do it with Word or LibreOffice, as I mentioned, and just follow the instructions here, but I'll also go over like how to do that too. So do these two and then we'll get started. So I am going to give a talk at my residency program on controversies in dermatology, and I decided to pick the topic working with industry partners. And so I have collected a bunch of things. I was just like on PubMed after I typed in some keywords, some papers that I want to finally read. So I already clicked two of them, these first two. Let me go to those pages right here. And what I'm going to do now is add them to Zotero. So open up your Zotero. This is what mine looks like. I have it divided as a cabinet, like things I've read or papers I've done and through, or some talks I've done, like a little keywords I made up, and then, some papers I've read. These are just some examples. And then I have an inbox of papers that I want to read, and eventually I'll store them away and into my cabinet. It's kind of how I think about it. And then at my residency, we also do a journal club. So I'll also put like things we've read in our journal club in here. That helps me remember. Zotero is really cool because it'll also like auto create keywords based on the things you've read, which is a nice way to search for papers. You can also all fields and tags, you just type in a keyword and it'll pull up any paper annotations you have. So I'm going to go ahead and add a folder to my cabinet. I'm going to hit new sub-collection. I'm going to call this, I'll just say like industry, I'll say controversies, industry. All right, now we're going to click this wand plus. You could also, add annotations other ways, but this is the easiest. You just click this wand and you can either put in the DOI or the PMID. So if we go back to this page here, I'm just going to copy this PMID. You could also use the DOI, it doesn't matter. Go back to Zotero, paste that, boom, and there's my paper. Now, sometimes Zotero, if they have access to it, they'll just add the PDF here. And if not, that's fine. Usually what I do is I just go through my university website to get access to the PDF, download it, and then I just drag and drop right here. Let me go ahead and get that second paper, which is right here. Okay, do the same thing, copy. You need to go to Zotero. And boom, there it is. So unfortunately, these first two didn't come with a PDF. Let me see if I can find, because I need to read these papers anyway, if this third one will give us where it like automatically gives us the paper, which I always get excited about because I don't have to go through all my university portals. But sometimes you just have to do the manual way to add those papers, which is fine. Let me see if we get lucky with the next one. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Let's try this one. Ethics of selling skincare. Open. Let's see if I can somehow. Let's see. This was like a paper I tried to submit to pediatric dermatology of like a friction blister under the nail. And so the PDFs came with that, or maybe I added them. And so you'll click here and you can double click on the text and then it'll, pull up the paper. And then what I wanted to show you is, oh yeah, this is just me like doing a practice run. Let me delete this and show you guys what all this is about. But essentially, at the top here, you have a highlighter, you have a sticky note, you have a select area, which like if there's a figure you want to reference to, you can I'll show you. Let's see if we can find a figure in this one. Sure, let's say like I want this. I'm just gonna select that and boom, it like adds all my annotations on the far left. And then you can even add like a comment or tags here. And I'll just say like, I don't know, table 1, social media applications, etc. Um, and let's say I want to highlight, this first sentence. Boom, and then it copies that, and then I can also add a comment like, maybe I found uh, this interesting, and I said like, uh, definitely use this for um, X reference later. And then what's really cool after you've, read your entire paper, took amazing notes, then you can go onto this far top right side. So this one will just show you like the abstract and all the information about the paper, the tags that they already included. You can add more, related, etc. And then I like this. This is like like notes that you can search like all your other notes and other different papers. Um, I wrote here, testing this again. Holy smokes, I was just amazed by this program. So let's see, add item note. You can add, like your own summary in your own words, like this paper looked at the impact of social media on mental health, with, I don't know, see how many individuals are in this, if I can quickly glean that from. I think this is more like a review paper, so I don't know. But let's just pretend there's like, I don't know, 40 adolescents given a survey, um, you know, looked at XYZ, concluded that XYZ. Okay, so that's one way you can like take notes. You can, play around with formatting or, et cetera, et cetera. Then you can hit back and then it's going to save that. Or you can also hit this plus button, add a note item from your annotations, which is really cool. So whatever you made on this far left, if you hit this button, it'll just pull all of that, which I think is really great because then hopefully you just highlight the most important things and highlights that you can reference later. So that can like save you time. And then you can rename this if you want to, but you don't have to. And then you can have multiple papers up at once. So let's see. And also, okay, if you see here, annotations, what I just created, this was from prior. This is when I was like, oh my gosh, this is the coolest thing ever, etc. You can also add other documents too, like if there's supplemental figures that aren't, included in the main text, you can just drag and drop that in here, and that just is really nice. And then you can annotate those. I think there's an example of that. I remember when I was reading about psoriasis and heart disease. Let me see. I remember there was a supplemental. I just wanted to show you guys. Maybe it was a different. Oh, here, supplemental table. Yeah, so like I downloaded whatever supplemental material and I could just write, some notes if I wanted to on that. and you can have, all the papers you want. There's like so many tabs you can make. So that's okay. So that's pretty much, I'd say that like, the workhorse of like what you'll use this for is when you get your PDFs in there, go do all your highlighting and taking your notes, et cetera, et cetera. And then the coolest thing is when you're writing your paper, or in my case, I'm making a presentation, you can make a bibliography. So let me go to Google Chrome. Just gonna exit away from these for now. Yeah, we can close out these. Okay, so I just made like a Google Doc that says controversies in dermatology bib. And then I wrote like, this will be my first sentence, this will be my second sentence. And then I'm gonna put these references in there. And then I'll also show you how to put like double references. So let's say I want it right after this period. You're gonna go to Zotero. So this is after you've downloaded that extension that I showed you, that website that you do. It's gonna pop up here. And then you're gonna add edit citation. And then you want to choose whatever journal you're looking at, the citation style. So I had pulled up for pediatric dermatology, the authorship guidelines. It says here for references, they use the AMA reference style. So if you go to Zotero, go ahead and click American Medical Association. Hit OK. I think a little, but perfect. Then you're gonna get this red bar and just your cursor here. So I already wrote here, I wanted to add those new ones that I put in. Boom, Olicon 2010. So I hit enter. And look at that. It already puts the one there. Obviously, if this sentence was before that one and I put it, two, it'll fix all that. So let me get the next one, read 2012. We go to Zotero, add citation. Read 2012. I'm going to add that now. Look, there it is. Enter. Boom, 1 and 2. And then let's say I wanted to add both of those on a sentence because they're related. Then I'm going to do Ali Khan 2010. Okay. And then I'm also going to add read 2012, which is right there. Perfect. And hit enter. And look at that. Now they added 1 and 2 for me. Amazing. And then, okay, it's like, well, okay, how do you put in like your actual like references? Go to Zotero, add, edit, bibliography. And there you go. And it's going to be in that, AMA style or whatever style, depending on the journal you're also submitting your paper for. And I think we covered all the objectives. So let me know if you have any questions. You might have briefly saw my email when I was showing you all these papers right here that I plan to read today and create my PowerPoint presentation for my residency program. And I hope you guys have an awesome time exploring Zotero. And best of luck. Thank you. Bye.